Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. If you find any of today's entertainment helpful, don't forget to smash that lovely like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button and bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video gets uploaded. If you're looking for a free trading platform on which to trade your stocks and shares, don't forget to check out the links in the description below, and you'll get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. Free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars deposit, depending on which one you want. So it's like free money. You'll get a share, I'll get a share. It's a win-win situation. Now, on with the show. And we are discussing companies that I've discussed before, but are still pretty low. Marathon Oil Corporation. I spoke about the Speedway project, how 7-Eleven was due to buy all the speedways off of them, and then COVID-19, or Rolling Rona for our friends across the pond, hit and they didn't. And that looks like it may be back on once everything's got back to normal, although that's not guaranteed. And the Speedway isn't factored into the price. It should be, although there's no guarantee that will go through, but the cost of what 7-Eleven have said for it should be factored in. And don't forget, Marathon Oil is also close to price to book. If we look at the price to book, it's 0.42, so you're getting a good value company even without Speedway. Now, it doesn't give a dividend, but I don't mind that because I have to pay withholding tax. So I prefer a growth company, and it's one that I'm going into. It's going back. Now, I was asked about Snapchat. The problem with Snapchat is it's one of those that it's not monetized properly. You had Jack Dorsey, who I really respect, asked Elon Musk how to fix it. Now you have, it's more spec play because it's got competitors in WhatsApp, which isn't monetized, and if they do monetize this, Facebook just have to turn around and say, right, we're going to monetize WhatsApp, or we'll take more of your people because we're not monetizing it. And as soon as Snapchat's run out of the market, then they'll monetize WhatsApp. TikTok is also involved, which does monetize their one, and the one thing stopping TikTok from taking over is that they monetize there and do add revenue. So it's one that at the moment I'm not going into. It would need to be a lot lower. Now, one that brokers are looking at is they've got into Juniper Networks, and they don't know why, but they also got into HYG, high yield corporate bonds. I mentioned a week ago about high yield bonds. I got into a different one, and they're getting into this obviously because Daddy Powell is suddenly buying up the bonds, and it's going to rise the price of them, and it's going to secure them as well. And when they're high yield, it protects Bausch Health companies. People are traders are going into Bausch Health companies now, but they're option trading it for Friday, so they're only going in for a couple of days. They either take up the option on Friday or they lose their premium. Ticker symbol BHC. Now it is at a low, so I understand them going into it. I don't understand them going into it for 2 days. Maybe they expect some news to come out in the next couple of days, but they are still piling into it, apparently. Now, other than that, I am only going to say how I'm only going to kind of speak about some of my previous ones from the other week. I spoke about Camping World. When it was 23, it went to 27. I still think it's got room to go. And I spoke about Tesla and how I picked up at 940. It went to 1019. I think it will go to above 1500. However, I think there will be a pullback in between that. So if you haven't got in then and you want to, you may want to wait for the pullback. I warned about a month ago and a week ago that Nikola was going to be off doing an offering. The next day, after the week ago, they submitted an offering for 75 million shares. And they still have an offering to go as on top of that. So there'll be more dilution. As I said, in 2022, they've got warrants already outstanding for 28.5 million shares. And they still have a 58.5 million shares still to release onto the market. This is a heck of a dilution, heck of a pump and dump, and I'm surprised that people can't see it. If you've made money, great, good luck to you. Don't take this the wrong way. I hope Nikola make it, because the more companies in the green truck in energy sector, the better. The better for everyone, the better for everyone's lungs. The problem is that I find with it, and don't get me wrong, whenever a new company IPOs, you've got to expect dilution. That's going to happen along the way. Tesla done it, Nikola will do it. But the way they're going about things, I find it's wrong. The way the CEO slagged off Tesla, when Tesla has done everything they and more that they said they were going to do. And I'm not a Tesla fanboy. I've been criticised by Tesla fanboys, by the way, for looking at it from a business point of view. But that's our job, to make money, not to look at it with doughy eyes. Then then as soon as it IPO'd, he gave up his seat as CEO to executive chairman just so he could float shares on the market and make money. On top of that, they already had shares awaiting to be floated on the market. And what do they do? They float more shares on the market before then. You're not going to get institutions deal with them again, purely because they say to them, hold on, we bought off these shares with you on a condition that we could sell our shares first, and you're not letting us. You're floating more shares first. If you remember with Facebook, there was a big issue where the executives were and the institutions were allowed to sell before the people who had registered for the IPO, and people were up in arms, you know, and if the institutions aren't allowed to sell, whether they sell or not is down to them, but if they're not allowed to sell first, their nose is put out of joint and they won't deal with you again. With Genius, it's like a pump and dump as well, because they just chuck more and more shares on the market. But at least with Genius, you know, they don't have enough equity to put more shares on the market. They only have like 20% left to put on the market. So you're not going to get diluted by much more. That's the positive thing about it. With Nikola, I said from the very beginning, if you did a deep dive, and how NKLA only has 22% of Nikola Motors. So think about that. So how for each share of Nikola Motors that they want to put on the market, it will dilute you so much. But no one wanted to listen to me then. Even when Meet Kevin come out with, oh, who's going to do a deep dive into a company like this? I found this out. And I've gone, yeah, well, I did a month before. It took me 3 goes. It took me a lot of researching, but I did. But I don't have the fan base of a lot of people. You know, and when I did, I got people calling me a liar and calling me out over it. Well, one thing I don't do is lie. All I do is give you the information. You can do what you want with that. I hope you leave a like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the box below. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, whether you agree or disagree with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.